I'm David Maki, and this is Finlandia Fridays.
Welcome to Finlandia Fridays. My name is Michael Babcock. I am your host for this weekly interview series here at Finlandia University. Today is Friday, September 22nd, and we are happy you are joining us for this episode of Finlandia Fridays featuring our special guest, David Maki. David, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Awesome. And David is from the Finnish American Heritage Center, which is, of course, a key part of what Finlandia University does. It's a key part of our mission as a Finnish university that's trying to continue to showcase the culture of Finland, Finnish Americans, that we have here in the Copper Country, because it's kind of a unique thing. And one of the key parts of your job is also the Finnish American Reporter. So before we dive into Festival Ruska, which is going to be kind of the main topic of this conversation, we're going to talk all about Festival Ruska, what it means, the history of it, what events are going to be happening. Let's talk a little bit about the Finnish American Reporter, because I think that's a really unique piece of culture that we have here on campus.
No, absolutely. It's one of the several ways that the Heritage Center has a national outreach. The Finnish American Reporter is a monthly newspaper. It was founded by a society in Wisconsin back in the mid-1980s, and it was gifted here to the university back in the year 2000 when that society's membership was growing a bit older and unable to sustain the paper. So they thought, what's the best fit for a Finnish American newspaper than the Finnish American University here at Finlandia?
That makes total sense, and it gets delivered every month. People can subscribe. Do you know what the pricing is for that?
It's $30 for an annual subscription within the U.S., and if you have relatives that live overseas that might be interested, you can certainly get the subscription for them as well. That rate is $40, but for the U.S. and Canada, we can keep that rate at $30 for 12 issues a year.
Excellent. This is one of the gems of our campus that we have that goes out. Check the show notes for this at finlandia.edu/Fridays. We'll have a link to where you can subscribe, learn more about the paper. Thank you for talking a little bit about that. The next thing I want to talk about is Festival Ruska. This is a big time event for us. It's one of three large cultural events here. Can you give us a little bit of introduction to what this event is?
Well, this is the third year we're going to be hosting Festival Ruska. It's an event that has kind of evolved in the sense that in years past, in the fall, we as a campus offered the Sibelius Academy Music Festival. But as time goes on, things change, as you well know, and we realized that Festival Ruska is a way to fill this void. Even the name of the festival is a way to introduce people to a Finnish culture, because Ruska is the Finnish word for the color season, and we know we have a great one of those up here.
Yeah, I'm sure many of our listeners are kind of, especially the older listeners, are hearing that Ruska word, and it kind of, makes their ears perk up a little bit. Can you tell us a little about the meaning of Ruska? Well,
Ruska, in a literal sense, is the color season, and Finland, like here in the Copper Country, is known for having a vivid color season. It draws people out, both locals and tourists, and that's exactly what we hope this festival will do, is not only bring out the local folks who are interested in Finnish culture, but also the folks who might be in the area that are here to explore the color season.
Excellent. And the color season came a little early this year, too.
One can never predict Mother Nature, but what we can predict is that Festival Ruska is going to be a good time.
Absolutely. The full event schedule is going to be found at finlandia.edu/Ruska. Go check that out, see how you can get involved. We're going to talk about all the events here real quick. But the big one we're going to highlight is the one on Saturday night, September 30th. This is the big event that's happening as Festival Ruska. We have an international group coming in. Talk a little bit about this group.
Well, we're very blessed to have a men's choir coming in from Porvoo, Finland, and they're on a bit of a U.S. tour, and we're really excited that they chose the Copper Country as one of the stops for their tour. They're going to be performing at 7 o'clock at the Calumet Theater. What better venue for an a cappella choir than a historic theater with unbelievable acoustics?
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I spoke a little bit to them about this whole event that they're coming here. It sounds like they are in love with the Copper Country and excited to be here. It's one of 9 performances they're going to be putting on over a short period of time, only 12 days.
Absolutely. It's been said by a lot of folks that Finland is it reminds a lot of people, the Copper Country reminds a lot of people of Finland, and there are various reasons why. And I think a lot of times when people come here from Finland, they almost feel like they're at home.
Yeah, definitely. And for those thinking about attending, you should definitely go. And if you go, make sure you get there as early as you can. It should be a great performance. You want to be there right from the start. It's 7 o'clock, Saturday, September 30th at Calumet Theater. Calumet Theater box office has tickets available. You can get them ahead of time or you can get them the day of. It should be a great event. We hope to see a good crowd there.
Oh, absolutely. This is without a doubt the headline event of Festival Ruska. And once the word gets out and people hear how talented these men are, good seats are going to go fast. So I do hope, like you said, people will take the time to get their tickets early so they don't miss out on this one night only performance.
Definitely. We'll have a link to a video actually of them performing on the show notes here. So if you go to finlandia.edu/Fridays, you can see a video of them performing. It should be a lot of fun to hear them. And one thing that's also interesting about them is where they're from. Not just Finland, but Porvoo, Finland, correct?
That's right. Hancock's sister city is Porvoo, Finland. And I think that's yet another reason why these men are excited to be here. And we're really excited to have them. And I look forward to hearing the show that they put on. It's something I don't want to miss. And I think many people feel the same way.
Excellent. So that is the main event for Festival Ruska, but there's also a lot of other things going on. The events really kick into gear on Wednesday. It is next Wednesday, September, what is that, the
27th.
27th. Perfect. And there are 3 events going on that day that are all going to be fun. They're all going to showcase the Finnish American culture that we have here in the Copper Country. Let's start off by talking about the book signing that's going to be there. Meredith Fuller is an author coming into town.
That's right. If I understand correctly, she's a woman from Nebraska who's written a Finnish American mystery novel. And I don't know if she's ever been here before, but I know she has some strong connections to the Copper Country in the fact that the Heritage Center's director, Jim Curti, was a key resource for her when she was working on this book. So it's kind of exciting to see the process come full circle, that she started by working with the Heritage Center, and now she's coming back to the Heritage Center's neighbor, Northwind Books, to show the completed product.
And that'll be from 1 to 4, and that's going to be free and open to the public. Another event that's going to be free and open to the public is a presentation at the Heritage Center that day.
That's right. Also, that same afternoon, we're fortunate to have a language professor from Grand Valley State University. His name is Will Rankinen, and with a name like that, as you might have guessed, he does have some relatives in the area. And he's going to come in and talk about one of his favorite subject matters, and that's what he calls the UP dialect. And you can probably even hear it in my voice. I have a bit of the UP dialect, and he's going to explain both in an academic and in a casual sense what that dialect is all about and how it came to be.
Perfect. Let's finish off the Wednesday night events. There's going to be a nice event that night for people to get out and get active.
Absolutely. There's a dance that's taking place as part of Festival Ruska, but also as part of Michigan's French-Canadian Heritage Week. So it's a bit of a French-Canadian Finnish dance. The Thimbleberry Band's going to be playing. They're going to go for about 3 hours, I believe, 7 to 10 p.m. And with the Thimbleberry Band being involved, even though it's a French-Canadian dance, you're certainly going to hear some Finnish tunes.
Excellent.
And for only $6, what better way to spend a Wednesday evening?
Yeah, and that's at 7 o'clock at the Finnish American Heritage Center.
That's right.
All these events can be found at finlandia.edu/Ruska. You'll see the entire list. And make sure you get out and get involved. A couple events on Thursday, including the continuation of the Bakers and Books with Kayleen Holmstrom, who cooks up some great stuff. What was the one thing you were talking about?
Oh, the korvapusti. If you get a chance to buy one of those that Kayleen has made, you will not regret it. She's been a featured presenter at our Heikenpäivä Festival. She often has her baked goods there at our tori. If you've had one of these, you know you want another.
And that'll start at 10 a.m. on Thursday, so you want to get out to that. That night, we're also going to have a Mulki tournament out on the Quincy Green. That should be a lot of fun. Friday night, there's going to be an event on campus here in Wargeland 303 called Festival Ruska Bad Movie Night with Dr. Hilary Virtanen. She's going to talk about a movie that should be quite interesting about the Kalevala. Kalevala? Did I pronounce that right?
You're very close.
All these Finnish things.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to keep up, but I try. Then Saturday, of course, we're going to have a couple of Finlandia Lions athletics games, finishing up with the male choir from Porvoo, which again should be a lot of fun.
It's really nice to know that there are some student-driven events happening in conjunction with Festival Ruska, because it is by and large a cultural festival, the way the university celebrates its Finnish roots. But it's great to see people of all generations getting involved, and I think if people try one event, they'll want to come to more.
That's the hope. And there's a lot of events to choose from. One of the things that I like about this year's slate, too, is there's every interest level. You should have something that's going to find interesting, so make sure you get out there and check them out. And of course, you'll just want to stop by the Finnish American Heritage Center in general, because it's a beautiful building, and there's going to be an art up. Do you remember who the artist is, or it's going to be up right now? I can't think it off the top of my head here.
I'm afraid I don't have the names at the tip of my tongue either, but I know if their work is anywhere along the lines of what we've had recently, it's going to be worth a visit.
Yeah, so you'll want to stop by that. One of the things that's going on at the Heritage Center right now is the enrichment courses, which start the week after Festival Ruska's main weekend, and that is there's a lot of events going on. One of the new ones this year we were talking about is the spinning class.
That's right, and it's not the athletic type of spinning class as we were talking about earlier, but it's rather spinning in terms of it being a fiber art. We're very fortunate that we've got a local fiber artist who's got a lot of background in this field. She's going to offer a course, it's called Intro to Spinning or Beginning Spinning. No equipment necessary, just sign up and learn a skill from an amazing woman.
Excellent. So check out the Finnish American Heritage Center's website, their Facebook page for a full list of events. There's, of course, some Finnish language classes and a whole bunch more. It's a great slate for this fall.
Oh, absolutely. We're really excited about this slate. We've got some great instructors lined up. We've got topics that people have shown an interest in the past. We're always looking to provide what our clientele is looking for, and I think this fall we've achieved that.
Perfect. Check that out at finlandia.edu/FAHC. The whole schedule will be there. Should be a lot of fun this fall. I want to thank you, Dave, for being on the show this week.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. It's exciting to talk about things that are connected to Finnish American and Finnish culture, because it's something that you don't have to be Finnish to enjoy it either. If you like music, if you like dancing, if you like reading, if there's always a way to find a connection to a cultural event, and I hope people will take the time to try some of these out.
Perfect. Again, all the information on Festival Ruska is at finlandia.edu/Ruska. I want to thank you for tuning in this week, and we'll see you guys next Friday.